14. So we are going to study about the problem number 14. Come on. For a given capacitor configuration, find the charges on each capacitor, then potential difference across them, energy stored in each capacitor. First of all, I am drawing the diagram. See, we are having two capacitors drawn here like this, which are connected in parallel. Then to this, we are having another capacitor. From here, another capacitor is connected. In between, a potential difference of 9 volt is taken. So this is considered to be 9 volt. This end is positive and this end is negative. And you are having 4 capacitors. They have mentioned this as A, this capacitor as B, this capacitor as C, and this capacitor as D. The values are: A is given to be 8 microfarad. Then B is considered to be 6 microfarad. Then C is considered to be 2 microfarad. And D is considered to be 8 microfarad. What are the things that they have asked? First one, find the charges on each capacitor. So I have to calculate charges on each capacitor. See, charges on each capacitor means in A, you have to consider it as QA. So I have to calculate QA, charge in the capacitor B, QB, charge in the capacitor QC, charge in the capacitor QD. Done. This is the first option asked, A. Then what is then second one, B? The second option asks this: potential difference across each capacitor. Potential difference across each capacitor. See, what is the potential difference across each capacitor? Potential difference means V. So potential difference across A is asked, potential difference across B, potential difference across C, potential difference across D. Then we have to go for the third option, C. What is C is asked? Energy available, energy stored in each capacitor. So the third one is energy stored in each capacitor. So energy stored in each capacitor, energy represented by epsilon. So epsilon A, epsilon B, epsilon C, and epsilon D. First of all, let us calculate charge and potential, and then we can go for energy. So I have to simplify this diagram. So how to simplify this diagram? I am writing it as step 1. See, from looking at this diagram, I can say this B and C are in parallel. The capacitor B and the capacitor C are in parallel. If capacitance B and C are in parallel means I am taking that parallel combination as CP. CP is equal to, since both are in parallel, I have to write B plus C. So CP will be then equal to 6 plus 2. I will be getting the combination as 8 microfarad. So how I can simplify this diagram? Instead of this B and C, I am putting a single capacitor. The single capacitor is representing CP. Then to this CP, we are connecting this A, and here I am connecting what? Here I am connecting D. And this is taken to be what? This is connected to 9 volt. So this is A, this is CP, this is D. A is 8 microfarad. CP is what? CP is again another 8 microfarad. And what is the D? D is another 8 microfarad. Now let us go for step 2. What is the step 2? Now you look at the second diagram. In this second diagram, we can say that the three capacitors A, CP, and D are in series. So we can say A, CP, and D are in series. If they are in series, then the effective capacitance is 1 by Cs. 1 by Cs is 1 by A plus 1 by Cp plus 1 divided by D. So 1 by Cs is equal to 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8. So 1 divided by Cs is equal to 3 by 8, or I can write Cs is equal to 8 by 3 microfarad. This is considered to be the effective capacitance of the combination. Now replace this diagram with an effective capacitance. All these three are considered to have a capacitance. What is that capacitance? That capacitance is Cs. To this, a potential is connected. The potential connected is 9 volt. So I am going for step 3. In this step 3, I am considering the third diagram. So consider the third figure or the third diagram. See, in this third diagram, from this, you calculate the charge through this capacitor. Okay, because you are having only one capacitor, only one potential difference. So we can calculate the charge through Cs. So let us take like this, charge through Cs. I am taking it as Qs. What is this Qs? I can write like this, C is equal to Q divided by V. So Cs is equal to Qs by V. So Qs is equal to Cs into V. What is now Qs? Cs is 8 divided by 3. Multiplied it with V is 9 volt. So Qs is equal to, when I am simplifying this, I can able to get 24 microcoulomb as Qs for it. Step 4 and you consider diagram 2. Consider diagram 2. In series combination. In series combination, charge Qs is same or is constant in A, D, and in Cp. Since A, Cp, and D are in series, the charge in A, charge in D, and charge in Cp are same. Now, potentials are different. So therefore, I can write charge in A is equal to how much Qs? That is 24 microcoulomb. Then charge in D, that is also equal to 24 microcoulomb. Charge in Cp is equal to, what is that? 24 microcoulomb. So I have calculated charge in A and I have calculated charge in D. I have to calculate the charge in B and C. For that, let us consider this one, charge in Cp. See, in this series combination, charges are same, but potential difference varies. So I am calculating potential difference from figure 2. First of all, I am calculating potential difference across A. See, what is potential difference across A? We know that capacitance across A is equal to, C is equal to Q by V. About QA divided by potential across A. So you make a cross multiplication. Potential across A equal to charge across A divided by capacitance of A. So potential across A equal to 24 microcoulomb divided by, what is Ca? It is 8 microfarad. So potential across A is 3 volt. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, let us consider the potential difference across D. Potential difference across D. What is that? I can write like this. Capacitance of D is equal to charge across D divided by potential across D. So potential across D is equal to charge across D divided by capacitance across D. So potential across D is equal to charge across D is 24 microcoulomb divided by capacitance across D is 8 microfarad. So potential difference is equal to 3 volt. Okay. So we have calculated potential difference across A, potential difference across D. So again, I am calculating potential difference across CP. So Cp is equal to Qp divided by Vp. So Vp is equal to Qp divided by Cp. So Vp equal to Qp is same, 8 microcoulomb divided by, what is Cp? We have calculated Cp as 8. So we can get Vp is equal to, not, see, Qp is not 8,
That's
isn't it?
24.
Yes, Qp is 24, sorry. Qp, you have to can consider it as 24. So 24 divided by 8, again we can able to get 3 volt. Isn't it? See, already we have calculated the potential difference across Cp. Now you go for the first figure. Cp is the combination of two capacitors B and C. In parallel combination, potential is same. Across the capacitor B and across the capacitor C, we are having a potential of what? We are having a potential of 3 volt. So let us consider the diagram 1. So here let us see. Then diagram 1 is considered. B and C are in parallel. Therefore, potential difference across Cp is equal to potential difference across B and C. Therefore, Vp is equal to Vc is equal to Vb. Therefore, Vb is equal to 3 volt and Vc is equal to 3 volt. So what we are in need of? We are in need of QB and QC. So we have to calculate what is the value of QB and what is the value of QC. See, we know the capacitance. CB is equal to, what is C? C is Q by V. We can write QB divided by VB. Therefore, QB is equal to CB into VB. QB equal to, what is CB? CB is, what is the value of CB? CB is 6 microfarad. What is VB? VB is 3 volt. So QB is equal to 18 microcoulomb. Am I correct? So I have calculated QB. Similarly, what is QC? QC is capacitance of the capacitor C multiplied it with Vc. So QC is equal to, this is 2 microfarad multiplied it with the 3. So QC is equal to 6 microcoulomb. So I have calculated all the data that we are in need of. For QA is 24 microcoulomb, QB is 18 microcoulomb, QC is 6 microcoulomb, and the QD is 24 microcoulomb. Similarly, what is the value of VA? What is the value of VB? What is VC? And what is VD? You see, all are equal to 3 volt. VA is 3 volt, VB is 3 volt, VC is 3 volt, and VD is also 3 volt. Now what you have to calculate? The next one, the C is energy stored. This is A, this is B. What is C? energy stored in each and every capacitor is asked. What is energy stored? You see, energy for A. Energy for A is general formula half into CV square. So you can write CA VA square. So I can write half into, what is CA? CA is considered to be 8 microfarad. 8 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Multiplied it with VA. What is VA? It is 3. 3 square is 9. See, when you are dividing this, you will be getting 4. 9 into 4, 36 into 10 to the power of minus 6 joule. Then what is VEB? Energy for B is half into CB into VB square. About half into, what is CB? CB is 6 microfarad. 6 into 10 to the power of minus 6. VB is 3. When you are dividing, you will be getting 3. About 3 into 10 to the power of minus 6 joule. Similarly, you go for what? You go for energy available in the capacitor C. Again, half into CV square, VC square, half into, what is C? It is 2 microfarad. 2 into 10 power minus 6 into V square is 9. Sir, here it is 9, isn't it? V square is 9. Upon 9 into 3, you will be able to get 27. Sorry, in the previous concept. Then here, this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled. So energy in the capacitance C is equal to 9 into 10 to the power of minus 6 joule. Similarly, energy in the capacitor D, half into capacitor of D, potential of D square. So what is that? Half into C of D is 8 microcoulomb, 8 into 10 power minus 6 into 3 square, 9. When you are cancelling, you will get 4. 36. So 36 into 10 to the power of minus 6 joule. Correct, isn't it? 3 square is 9. Yes, I am correct. So I have calculated energy for A, energy stored in B, energy stored in C, and energy stored in D.